Weather Service in Raleigh. It's Nick Petro with your routine weekly briefing for Central North Carolina on this Monday, November 18, 2024. And this briefing covers through the week and weekend through the 24th of November. So let's jump right into the live data, as I always like to do, and a couple important weather features here that I want to point out. And first of all, Central North Carolina is being influenced by this big ridge. Okay, so when this part of the jet stream, when it's amplified, this is known as a ridge. Okay, right here. Sometimes we draw that with a squiggly line. When the jet stream dips down, like you see right here, we call that a trough in the jet stream. And usually that brings underneath and just out ahead of it, sort of in this region of the trough, is where you have your bad weather. So this is the next bad weather feature that will affect us as the whole thing moves to the east and northeast. Okay, but for now we are experiencing really nice weather since we're under this big ridge and high pressure area. So fair weather today, nice weather today, and this will continue through tomorrow morning. And basically the way it's going to play out when all of this moves east, we're going to first get into this area of light rain that's, you can see right here. See this area of light rain lifting north through Missouri and southern Illinois and Iowa. That's more or less just light rain from warm air surging north. So that's sort of round one of this weather system. That sort of scenario will play out for us tomorrow night into early Wednesday. And then round two of this weather scenario is this part of it, which is trailing behind. This is the actual cold front. Okay, so and you'll see, notice the temperatures behind this front. Okay, so out ahead of it, what do you got? You got temperatures in the 60s and even 70s, and then behind this, you've got temperatures dipping into the 30s and 40s. Now, we're not going to see it turn that cold across our area once this cold front comes through, but we will see a cool down. So anyway, that's a little bit of a sort of description, I guess, if you want to call it, of what we're going to see here the next couple of days. Okay, and these are forecast weather charts here. And again, today in the upper left, you can see high pressure situated over us. So quiet weather today through basically Tuesday, tomorrow afternoon. And then that whole weather system approaches, tomorrow night into Wednesday. So light rain possible Tuesday night through early Wednesday with sort of phase one, if you will, of that weather system. And then that will be followed by a chance for thunderstorms with the cold front late on the day Wednesday, probably Wednesday evening, maybe even later Wednesday evening. Now, once that cold front comes through, there could be a few isolated damaging wind gusts with any of the stronger thunderstorms to Wednesday, late Wednesday evening. Okay, so we are outlooked for marginal risk for severe weather for late in the day Wednesday. Behind that front, it will turn cooler. Okay, not as cold as what they're having out in the Central Plains, but it will turn seasonably colder and drier, and the dry weather will continue right through the weekend. Okay, and with the colder weather, a couple things. Number one, there could be some frost Friday morning through Sunday morning, most likely sort of later in that period. And the wind will be pretty gusty behind that front. So Thursday and Friday, we could have some wind gusts. And with drier air, that could pose risk for some fire weather concerns as well around our area on Thursday. So first off, we sent this briefing out a little earlier, and this just highlights the risk for an isolated damaging wind gust with any of the stronger thunderstorms. And this will be mid to late evening hours on Wednesday. Okay, isolated severe wind gusts. Okay, so that's concern number one. And then the concern number two is the gusty winds Thursday and Friday. Now, these wind gusts will be under clear skies. It'll be sunny out, lots of sunshine. It'll be chilly, but it's going to be windy. So anyway, we're talking about wind gusts in the mid 20s. So not a huge deal. probably not strong enough to cause any damage, but just keep in mind it's going to be breezy to windy Thursday and Friday afternoon. All right, so of course we need some rainfall. It's been dry here the last month or so. So again, dry today. The light green shading there, that represents Tuesday night, not necessarily daytime, but Tuesday night. Any of that light rain that moves through with that first phase of that system will be really light. We're talking 1/10 inch of rain or less. And quite frankly, even with the thunderstorms, it's not going to be terribly widespread heavy rain. We're talking total for Tuesday night through late Wednesday evening. We're talking maybe a 1/2 inch of rain. If you're lucky, most places will see a 1/4 inch or less. So certainly not nearly the amount of rain that we need. And you'll see in the 7-day outlook, the total rainfall, we're talking pretty much what's going to happen tomorrow night through Wednesday evening. So outside of that, it's going to be dry on either side of that weather system. All right, so no risk for flash flooding. But again, here's another look at that severe thunderstorm potential. So we're talking basically that shade of green there, that darker green means isolated severe thunderstorms possible. And again, that'll be late in the day Wednesday evening. All right, looking further down the road, equal chances for above or below normal precipitation. There's nothing really standing out that says it's going to be wet or dry, but odds do slightly favor above normal temperatures. So that's looking to the following week. All right, now this is a one page kind of summary, if you will, of what hazards that we could potentially see in the next 7 days. And I've already talked at length about the severe thunderstorm potential late Wednesday evening, but I do want to point out tomorrow morning, Tuesday morning, there could be some patchy fog around. So be careful on the commute tomorrow morning. There could be some localized patches of thicker fog. And then windy Thursday and Friday, fairly dry on Thursday as well, so there could be a fire weather concern, but again, right now that's on the low end of concerns. It may not be dry enough to warrant any fire weather products. And then just watch out for a little bit of frost Friday night to Saturday morning is the best chance for that. All right, so and before we let you go, I just want to mention that the remnants of Sarah are emerging into the southwestern Gulf of Mexico, and the Hurricane Center has issued its last advisory on that. Other than that, no tropical cyclone formation expected during the next 7 days. Of course, no surprise there, it's November. All right, so wrapping this all up, quiet weather today through Tuesday afternoon, some light rain possible Tuesday night through early Wednesday, 1/10 of an inch or less of rain, and then that'll be followed by a chance for thunderstorms late in the day Wednesday. Any of the stronger storms could give an isolated damaging wind gusts. And again, rain, this isn't going to be widespread, so any rain will be maybe a 1/4 inch if you're lucky. And then turning colder and drier for the rest of the work week, so Thursday and Friday, and even chilly Saturday and Sunday, but it's going to be windy. Gusty winds possible Thursday and Friday. Could be a touch of frost. Particularly the best day for that will be Saturday morning. Again, watch out for the fog tomorrow morning. Watch out for those isolated damaging wind gusts Wednesday evening. Watch out for those breezes and possible fire weather concerns due to the gusty wind and dry conditions on Thursday. So that's a lot, right? Compared to our previous briefings. So a lot there to highlight, but really in the big picture, not that bad of a week, really. It could be a lot worse, but again, a variety of hazards, but none of those hazards will be overwhelming or very widespread, okay? So not too bad, but again, a variety of hazards, mostly on the lower end of the range of impacts, okay? So if anything, of course, we'll keep you updated. We'll send out, single slides or email updates. If anything looks like it, will be, kind of deviate from what I mentioned there, or if it looks like the risks warrant any special briefings. So aside from that, that is our weekly briefing for Central North Carolina.